Thinking about moving to Vero Beach, but not sure what to expect when it comes to hurricanes? Don't worry, it's a question I get all the time from buyers. So today, I'm gonna talk to you and walk you through what risk actually looks like here, what kind of protection homes usually have, and how to prep, and even what documents you'll need to keep safe. Let's get into it. I'm Priscilla Alonso, your local realtor. First off, let's talk about the chances of getting hit directly by a hurricane. The truth is, it's not as often as people think. Yes, we're on Florida's East Coast, but most storms often curve north or weaken before they even hit. Now, that doesn't mean we don't prepare. Hurricane season runs June through November, with its peak being August through October. Over the years, Vero Beach has seen a few major storms like Frances and Jean, but it's not something we see every single year. So while it's important to be aware, it shouldn't scare you away from living here. Here's a cool fact. Vero Beach sits on the east central coast of Florida, right where the coastline starts to curve a little bit westward. Because of the geography and the way hurricanes typically track, most storms that form in the Atlantic either curve north before landfall. Many hurricanes that come off Africa or the Caribbean tend to curve northward due to its steering winds from the Bermuda high pressure system. They'll often make landfall further north, like the Carolinas, or curve out to sea. Typically, they hit South Florida first, and if a storm does stay on track for Florida, it usually hits further south like Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Palm Beach, and then weakens as it travels inlet or up the coast. By the time it reaches Vero Beach, we often get the outer bands instead of the storm's core. So basically, it's a mix of location, steering currents, and hurricane behavior. That's why Vero Beach has had its fair share of brushes and impacts, but true direct hits are relatively rare compared to how often we see outer band weather. Now let's talk about hurricane protection for homes. There are a few different options, and honestly, it depends your lifestyle and budget. First, you have hurricane impact resistant glass, which is built into your windows. Super convenient, no setup needed. Next, accordion or roll down shutters. These are permanent, you just have to pull them across, lock them in place. Very quick and easy. Then there are your aluminum or panel shutters. These are the ones you have to pull out of storage, screw them in before a storm. They definitely take more time, so if your home has these, please make sure that you give yourself enough time to put them up. Okay, so how often do you prep for hurricane season? First of all, you'll want a hurricane kit, things like water, canned food, batteries, flashlights, and first aid kit. Always tell people to prep like the power might go out for a couple of days. Also, take a walk around your yard. Anything that can blow away, like patio furniture, loose branches, should be secured or brought inside. If you have a generator, make sure it's working and that you have fuel ready to go. And don't forget to know your evacuation zone. It's always better to be prepared than scrambling last minute. Last thing I'll touch on is your documents. Keep things like your insurance paper, passport IDs, and closing documents in a waterproof or fireproof safe. A lot of people also scan them and keep a digital copy in their cloud or a USB drive. That way, even if the worst happens, you have access to everything you'll need. And if you are a new buyer, double check your insurance policy. Make sure it includes windstorm coverage, which almost every insurer agent is going to make sure you have that type of coverage. So living in Vero Beach definitely means hurricanes are something to keep in mind, but with the right preparation, it's completely manageable. And in return, you'll get sunshine, beaches, and a great community all year long. If you're thinking about moving here and want more tips like this, hit the subscribe button. And of course, reach out to me if you're ready to start your home search. I'd love to help.